Welcome to Wednesday, week 5 or 6? I don't fucking know. I just came back from boxing and weightlifting. I felt pretty damn good today. Something I've been wondering about is this warrior way of life. It's kind of like, pretty damn interesting to me. Basically, Miyamoto Musashi, his book, alright, is basically like a guideline of his life. This guy went undefeated for years, and it shows, his mentality and how he built discipline and everything is really interesting. And he talks about, way of life and how if you want to achieve this path, you should be living in a specific way. And I found that really interesting. It's something I really genuinely want to follow. Something that he was talking about, Miyamoto Musashi, is you will be able to do things not out of fear anymore, but out of courage, out of honor. I felt really fucking inspired by that, to be honest. I want to build my discipline up so that, it's not a chore. It's going to be a way of life where I wake up early without an alarm, where I track my time, where I track my habits, where I track my everything, whatever. Anyways, that's the video for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Hello. I know you missed me. It's been like 3 days I haven't recorded. So, today's gonna be kind of a longer video, I hope. I'm not sure if you know, but these videos are not fucking scripted. I speak everything from my mind to the camera. One of the things I've kind of had to face and learn is to accept everything the way that it currently is. And not accept it forever, but accept it for how it is right now. What I mean by that basically is I'm looking at my life, looking at everything that I'm doing wrong, everything that I'm not happy with, and I'm learning to accept it. I'm learning to accept its presence there in my life, learning to accept that, okay, I understand, it's here. As much as I would love to just find solutions for all those problems, it's not that simple, right? If it was that simple, I'd be a fucking Giga Chad right now. The way I think to solve my own issues, my own problems, such as addiction, reliance on bad dopamine, procrastination, laziness, the opposite of discipline, instead of making myself go crazy and just applying crazy routine, what I have to do is slowly become that disciplined version of myself, to chase that disciplined Marcos that I'm looking at. And now, here's the paradox. I'm always going to be chasing that disciplined person, and I'm never going to attain it. But here's the interesting part. The interesting part is that getting there and always chasing it, I'll have actually achieved it by always constantly trying to. It kind of falls into that paradox, which is kind of beautiful in a way, actually, if you think about it, because you're always striving to be better. You're always striving to be that version of you. You're never hitting it. But in that way, you are becoming it. You are already it. That's why, for example, you see like these crazy disciplined guys, like for example David Goggins. This guy's old now. He's like 40 something. I don't know. He's like 47. I don't know. He's achieved everything in his life. He's rich. He's fit. He's accomplished. He has accomplishments. But he's still at it. He's still striving to be that disciplined person he's looking for, because he's not enough in his own mind. Which is beautiful, because he's always chasing that, but he is that at that right now. There's two things. I heard a monk say this on YouTube. 1, be disciplined. 2, be honest with yourself. It makes sense. You're looking to be disciplined. You're looking to become strong, but you have to be honest with yourself. Where are you right now? You can't just jump to that level immediately. The version of me that will face my opponent in the ring might be the best version of me, but in that person's mind, in that version of myself, that Marcos, he's always still going to be looking for a higher level. And I think that's how it should be. Because at the end of the day, for me, the purpose of life is enjoying it, living it, loving it. To master the things you want to master, the things you're passionate about. Every aspect of life, in your life, to master it. I think that's beautiful. That's what I want to do. In order to do that, you have to focus on the path of self-improvement, and you're going to hit bumps. You're going to hit rocky road. It's the way you deal with those obstacles, because every time you deal with an obstacle, you have 3 choices: overcome, deter, or stay. The only way to improve is to overcome. In order to be that version of myself that I want to be, I have to learn to discipline myself. I have to achieve willpower. I have to build my willpower. And I think the way to build my willpower is to do difficult things that I do not enjoy. But I can't just do them every day because then I'll burn out. I think you have to slowly incorporate those things. Like for example, I used to train from this 10K run once a week. This was like during high school. I'd go outside and run on the track. I'd run 2 laps. Then week after week, 2 laps turned to 4, 8, 16. All the way until I ran my first 5K ever, which was kind of sick considering I never ran 5K in my life before then. It's almost like at the gym where it's called progressive overload. Because you can't just go to the gym, okay, and just put 2 plates onto the bench and just bench 225. No, you're gonna kill yourself. You have to go in and humble yourself and bench the weight you can bench. Start at that point and increase over time. Increase, and keep it so that it's difficult. So 135 turns to 140 after 2 weeks. Then 140 turns into 145 after 4 weeks. 2 weeks after that, it turns to 150, right? And you're repping it out for the same amount of reps. Holy shit, you just improved a lot. So I think it's like that, but with the mental side, because every day it should be constant. You should be learning. You shouldn't be idle. They say, they call it, in the Bible, idle hands is the devil's work. If you're just sitting idle all the time and not doing anything, you're doing something wrong. Like for example, me, throughout these 3 days, there was something wrong with me because I just spent like almost the whole day in bed. It was like 6 fucking hours of scrolling, and I had to like snap myself out of it where I'm like, what am I doing? I have these targets, these goals to hit. Sitting in bed won't help me. My mind almost automatically wants to go to that place where it's like, oh, but you've been stuck in bed for so long, you might as well not do anything. You might as well just fuck off and not do anything, right? I cannot be that person. I have to improve. Because improving, for me, is the way of life. And there's so many people that don't understand that. Like, for example, I asked a person today, like online, I asked, what's something you're passionate about? And they answered, IDK, TF. And I just answered back, like, but doesn't have any hopes and dreams. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't have any passions. You don't have any anything you're passionate about. Fuck you. If you're not passionate about anything, you should be ashamed if you're not passionate about anything. That pissed me off. Like, those are the type of people I don't like to talk to because they're just not passionate about anything, and it's kind of disgusting to me. I just don't like to talk with those people. Those are not my kind of people, because if you're not passionate about anything, if you're not willing to put in work into anything, then what are you doing? Who am I hanging out with? I shouldn't be hanging out with you. I need to eliminate distractions. I need to get to a point. This is my goal right now. One of my big goals right now is to be able to get in a point in my life where I can just fully dopamine detox, where I can just go fully offline, just be chronically offline forever, and just live an accomplished, peaceful, authentic life. That's what I want. Right now, the big focus for me is this fight. The reason, by the way, I'm training this boxing and training to get a fight right now is because this path of the warrior, this way of life, it's very different. The Book of 5 Rings is written, it even says in the book, it's written devoid of religion. The path of the Buddhist is different than the path of the warrior. I want to achieve the path of the warrior and master it. Because for me, it's a way of life. It's beautiful. It teaches me so much about myself, especially the boxing. It's not just the boxing where you just go and you just punch things and get hit and do things. It's about the lessons I've learned. It's about the journey. It's about the people. Of course not. Of course it's okay. I go in and I knock my opponent out, whatever. But it's the process leading up to that. Because okay, I could book my fight next week, go in and win, whatever. I need that process. I need that journey. I need those lessons, because at the end of the day, that's the real path of the warrior. The lessons, the improvement that those lessons bring, the losses, the stagnations, the obstacles. I've been so locked in, to be honest, that I have kind of like pushed a lot of emotions aside, and these last 3 days I've been trying to feel them more, to process them. And processing them is very important to me, because if I don't process them right, I will end up processing them in bad times, such as times when I box. And that's something I've acknowledged and I understand. And for me, it's just really important to do those things. And I don't, I don't care what people say, because a lot of people say, oh, it's gay to express your emotions. Oh, it's gay to, deal with your emotions. Even guys at work were saying that, like, oh, you're not a bottler. Oh, you don't bottle your emotions up. Well, what happens when the wrong person bottles up their emotions and goes home at the end of the day and beats their kids, beats their wife, takes it out on family, takes it out on innocent? That's not how I want to live. I want to live fully aware and present with my emotions. It's not fucking gay to be in touch with your emotions as a man. It's actually healthy and necessary. Now, there is a difference between being in touch with your emotions and being a bitch, because you need to be in touch with your emotions, but you can't give into the negative emotions. Shit, you can't even give into the happy ones sometimes. You have to stay clear and focused into the goal. You have to stare down your demons as if they are your opponent in the ring. And that's why boxing is so valuable to me. That's why fighting and being a warrior is so valuable to me. It's all mental. It's like a katana. It's forged through layers of steel and hardened metal and heat. You can't just fucking make a katana out of like a piece of steel, right? You have to forge it. That's what forgers do. They hit it until it's harder and harder and harder and harder and harder with heat, and they temper it. You have to be tempered like a blade. So yeah, that's the video for today. I don't know how long that was, but yeah, today's Sunday, by the way. So end of the week. This is the last video. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.